Greetings from Camp Anokijig. Hopefully you're having a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend at home with your family. You know, I've stood to make announcements in this lodge over the last 35 plus years, I don't know how many times, but never to make an announcement like this one. You know, for the last 94 years, Anokijig has been driven by the desire to serve the needs of our campers. And those needs of community, connection, activity, outdoor experience, and positive values are even more important as I stand before you here today. That makes deciding how and if we can fulfill that mission for the summer of 2020 while still keeping everyone as safe as we always have a very difficult task. However, I've found over my years that gathering the best people together, looking at the best resources, and weighing multiple options will usually provide pretty good, appropriate decisions. In recent updates, I've stated that we would be determining the status of opening our programs for 2020 based on guidance from the ACA, the CDC, the state of Wisconsin, and from our local regulations at the city and county. Now, over the last 8 days, that list of guidance has finally landed on our desks from all the sources involved. After exhaustive review of those sets of guidelines, we have come to some very difficult and unfortunate decisions, but we've also come to some that have a glimmer of hope. First, due to multiple factors, we will not be able to open our summer 2020 season as originally scheduled. Given the details and criteria set forth by the current guidelines, we don't believe that our program would meet the conditions to allow us to welcome campers by June 14th. So it's with heavy hearts that we've decided that sessions number 1 and number 2 will need to be canceled for the 2020 season. Now, that being said, we have not given up hope to have a 2020 summer season. Our talented and dedicated staff are working tirelessly to develop a program, policies, and procedures that will meet the new guidelines so that we may be able to open for sessions 3 and beyond. At that time, our county is expected to be in a different phase of their opening and will be much safer to go forward with those programs. I have great faith in our team of full and seasonal staff that they can draw on the wealth of experience that they have and their passion to create just such a program. That program will look vastly different than our normal Anokijig program, without a doubt. We'll have to run that program probably at least through midsummer, if not further. And it may not be able to serve quite as many campers as we've been able to in the past. But it's being developed with a keen eye to safety and as much of the Anokijig experience, albeit adapted, as the restrictions will practically allow us to be able to slide in. It's our organization's belief that it's our duty to do all we can to offer a program that will give as many kids as possible an opportunity to experience at least just 1 week of the relief and respite that a camp stay could give during these stressful times. We'll announce more details of this temporary new program prior to June 13th, once we get more of the details worked out. All registered campers and staff will receive an email this weekend describing any final decisions that have been made relating to your registered weeks or your registered program. We already do know that adventure tripping and day tripping programs will not run this summer because they cannot be done safely, we believe. And we're going to need to examine several of our other specialty programs to see if we can make them run. We ask for your patience as we work through this developmental process. So, what does that mean to you? If you are a camper that's registered for week 1 or 2, we're going to ask you to visit the website that we're going to send you in this upcoming email. That website will also be listed in a transcript of this video that we're going to put up on the web. And on that page, you will be able to communicate to our office staff your choices for how you want to proceed with your registration and with your fees. You'll basically have 4 options to choose from. The first option will be to move your registration to the top of the waiting list for open spots in later sessions of 2020. Sessions number 1 and 2 campers will be given priority at filling the slots that open if other people cancel. Number 2, you can credit your 2020 registration and fees to 2021 and be ready for coming back next year and already on the path. Number 3, you could cancel your registration and receive a full refund of any monies paid. And finally, number 4, you can cancel your registration and receive a partial refund of your choice and make a donation of the remaining balance towards the Anokijig Sustaining Fund. In these times, in these conditions, Anokijig will need more support to help to keep it vibrant. Now, if you're registered for sessions 3 through 9, again, you're going to get an email this weekend that'll give you some information, but we ask you to really hang tight and keep in touch with us for information as it develops on what we can do going forward into July and into August. We will make announcements on the website and by email to keep you posted for those things. Now, we know this is not news that you'd hope for, and definitely not news that ever I thought I would be coming out of my mouth. But please know that the decisions to close or open do not come lightly, but they're informed with an extreme concern for safety, coupled with our need to meet current regulations, and for an immense great desire to provide kids that life-changing experience that even just 1 week of camp at Anokijig has been known to give. Now, we'll continue to reevaluate our situation over the next weeks of 2020 and keep you informed on where we're at, as I said. So please stay tuned. As I've said before, if you've got questions, please feel free to call or email. And as I've said at other updates, as I sign off here, I ask that you stay positive, help others wherever you can, and keep that flame of Anokijig spirit burning bright wherever you go. Those that have been to camp in the last 20 years know at the end of that candle ceremony, we look into that candle and we see ourselves back at camp. If you get a chance, light a candle, look into that flame, and picture yourself back here having a great time, because it will happen again. It'll happen because the Anokijig spirit will make it happen. Please have a great day. Stay safe. We hope to see you back at Anokijig really soon.